Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to Penny's Number Nook. Yes, whoop whoop. I think that's so silly, isn't it? It is. Well, I'm glad you're back with me today, and this is the edition of, instead of my reading nook, it is the Number Nook. Now, if you've been following with me, we've already learned, we were talking about the number 3 and the number 9, and today we're going to talk about the number 2. So let's dive in and get ready. So if you want to do this activity with me as I'm doing it right now, you need to go and get your white paper, get your notebook, paper will be fine, and either your markers, your colored pencils, or your crayons, okay? I'll wait just a minute or two here for you to get your stuff. Da-da-da. We're ready, right? Okay, do you have your things? Just about. Still waiting on the crayons? All right, so I think we're ready now. Okay, let's get started. All about the number 2. And when we spell the number 2, it is spelled T-W-O, 2. All right? And then we have our number 2 here. Let's dive in and find out what we're going to see. Oh, here we go. Our writing rhyme. Half a heart will never do. Slide to the right to make a 2. Sometimes a 2 can be a little difficult. And so I have found with these cute writing rhymes that I have found online, it makes it a lot easier to learn to write the numbers, okay? So first thing you do, you can either take your finger or take your little, I have my pointer, I have my paintbrush that I use as a pointer. And we're going to trace that with our pointer or our finger, okay? Or half a heart will never do. Slide to the right to make a 2. And do you see why they say half a heart will never do? If you look right there, what does that look like? You're right, it looks like half a heart. And then we slide to the right with just a straight line, and then we have the 2. Okay? All right, so you ready to get started making the 2? Because I know you can do it. All right, today I'm going to use my markers today. All right? Let's see, the first color I think I will start with today is going to be brown. All right, find either your brown colored pencil, your brown crayon, or your brown marker. You ready? Okay, I might want to move my papers underneath in case my marker goes through. Okay, half a heart will never do, and everybody can make a heart, right? Just practice. Half a heart will never do. Slide to the right to make a 2. See how easy that was? Super easy. I love writing rhymes. It helps us so much. Okay, what color next? Next, let's use purple. Okay, I'm going to say it again. Half a heart will never do. Slide to the right to make a 2. That was a little bumpy there, huh? Okay, what's next? Next, let's use black. All right, find a spot. Half a heart will never do. Slide to the right to make a 2. All right, next, get out your blue marker. All right, this time I'm not going to say it. You're going to say it. Ready? Good job. You guys are so smart. I'm so proud of everybody. All right, next let's get our red marker. Half a heart will never do. Slide to the right to make a 2. And after you say it to yourself over and over, you will catch yourself, or at least I do, all day long. I will say, half a heart will never do. Slide to the right to make a 2. Make a chant or a little song out of it. All right, next get out your orange marker or orange crayon, pencil, whatever you're using. And let's do it again. Half a heart will never do. Slide to the right to make a 2. All right, next we need green. Okay, This time I'm not going to say this one. You say it for me. You're right. Okay, now let's see. I have used, don't pay attention to our two right there. We have orange, red, brown, purple, green, black, and blue. So of the 8 colors, what color is missing? What color should be next? It's our last color. And what is it? You're right, it's yellow. Good job. All right, we'll put our yellow one right over here. Half a heart will never do. Slide to the right and make a 2. All right, good job. Now, we've practiced writing the 2. We're pretty good at it. So now we need to move on to our 10 frame. And you remember what the 10 frame is? We're learning that fancy word I use all the time, subitizing. We're wanting to be able to look at it and know, boom, that's 2. All right, so for today, I think I'm going to use, let's see, how about the orange one? I'm going to use orange, and what number are we concentrating on? The number 2. So let's make a giant 2 down here. Half a heart will never do. Slide to the right to make a 2. And the shape I'm going to use today, let's make a square today, okay? So there's 1, and color it in, and then 2. That one was easy, wasn't it? All right, so there we've used our 10 frame. We know that's 2. I can look at it, bam, automatic, 2. Now we'll move on to our next one. You remember what the next one is? Tally marks. Okay, and remember our tally marks, we're using the marks grouped by 5, and it's another way to be able to quickly recognize the amount just by looking at it. That fancy word, subitizing. All right, let's have brown tally marks today. And what are we working on? Again, the number 2. Half a heart will never do. Slide to the right to make a 2. So let's make 2 tally marks. 1, 2. Whew, that was pretty easy, wasn't it? Yes. All right, and our last thing we need to do is what? Our counting skills. So we need to also get out our number line. Excuse me, a little froggy this morning. All right, so the question is, what comes before and after the number 2? So let's go with before first. So find your number 2 on your number line. Where is it? You're right, it's right there. It's at the beginning, isn't it? So what number comes before the 2? What's that number? The number 1. Good job. So let's write the number 1. We're going to put it right there. 1. Okay. Now, find the 2 again, because now we want to know what number comes after the number 2. So find your number 2 again. Right? It's right there. Now what comes after the 2? You're right. It's the number 3. And remember, we know how to make that number 3. That's around the tree and around the tree. That's the way to make a 3. All right. And now the last thing we need to do, we're going to count on from 2 and then count back from 2. So first we're going to go on, which means we're going to go forward. So we're going to count from 2 to 20. You ready? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, if you were watching me, sometimes the teen numbers can be a little tricky. When you start getting into 2-digit numbers, it gets a little tricky, and sometimes your brain goes, woo, woo, what am I doing here? I don't know that number. An easy way to do it is right here when we start with 13. Number 12 and 11, they're kind of like the in-between numbers. And then right here we have the teens. A good thing to think about this number 1 is in the tens value, okay? And then you have this other number, but I need to point to the 3 instead. So if we know that's the number 3, we're going to say 13 because we see that number 1 and that's meaning 10 in our place values, and that's real complicated. But we're just going to concentrate on, if you can recognize that second number, then the teens are a little easier to recognize, okay? And we'll go over them again. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And this is an easy way to remember your numbers, and my 3 and 4-year-old class at Building Blocks do an excellent job counting just by remembering that. And then when you get to the 20, you're just going to start all over. But we're going to be like 2, so it'd be 21, 22, and it would just go on, okay? So if you can just remember the place value, whether it's the 10 or the 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and then you look at that second number, it'll make it a little easier for you to recognize, okay? So, a long way around. Now let's get back to our number 2, okay? So now we have to count back from the number 2. So let's find our 2 again. You ready? 2, 1, 0. Whew, that was a long count. I didn't think we were going to make it through all those numbers, huh? I know, I'm silly. What am I going to say? It's how I am, okay? So we've counted forwards to 20. We counted backwards to 0. We're going to go review over them, okay? We made 2 tally marks. We can look at that and we know, boom, 2. We also worked on our 10 frame. We made 2 orange squares. We look at it, bam, 2. And then we had the writing rhyme. Half a heart will never do. Slide to the right to make a 2. Half a heart will never do. Slide to the right to make a 2. Okay, so that was all about the number 2. And I hope, boys and girls, that some of these things help you recognize the number 2, learn to write the number 2, and to be able to count. It's a lot of fun. I like math. And it's so funny because when I was in high school, math was not my friend. I was not a fan of math. But now I really like math. And one of the reasons why I like math so well is because of all the math games you can play. I mean, I love math games, counting games. For this particular game we're going to do, we have to have an empty egg carton. So ask your mom and dad, the next time you empty out your egg carton, can you save that egg carton for me? Sure, no problem. And inside my egg carton, you will see, oops, I have the numbers. And we've got 9, 4, 11, 8, 12, 2, 5, 3, 6, 10, 7, 1. Now, do you want to wonder, Penny, why did you stop at the number 12? Hello, it's an egg carton with 12 holes in it, right? Right, so we were just going to go to the number 12. So we've got our egg carton, and then you need some plastic eggs. And well, guess what? Easter's right around the corner, so there's going to be some Easter eggs out there. So once you get your Easter eggs, what you're going to do is you are going to make tally marks on your Easter eggs, 1 through 12 on each egg, okay? And you look at this. Okay, now remember we're learning to just recognize that right there is a group of 5. So we know 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This egg has 9 tally marks on it, okay? So you just continue with all your eggs. Oh, that's funny. I picked up the number 10 and I just had 9. 5 plus 5 equals 10. So on each egg, you're just going to make your tally marks, okay? You're going to do that, the numbers 1 through 12. Now, when you're done with that, I've got mine in a little basket. And you want to put them in your basket, and you know what you're going to do? Any guesses? You're right, you're going to fill the egg carton. So let's pick an egg from our basket. All right, we have 5 tally marks right there at the top. That's our group of 5. We know to recognize that. 5, 6, 7. So then you need to look in your egg carton, and where's the number 7? You're right, right down there on the bottom. And then just place your egg in the egg carton. Okay, let's go to the next one. 5, 6. All right, find the 6. Oh, it's on the bottom row too. Okay. Next egg. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where's the number 9 at? Do you see it in the egg carton? That's right, top row. Good job. Next egg. Ooh, 1, 2, 3. 3 tally marks. Okay, let's see. Where's the number 3? On the bottom row. We're just filling our egg carton just as quick as could be. All right, let's not count this one. Let's just look at it and know. What is that? 10. You're right. Good job. Where's the number 10 at? It's on the bottom row too. Okay, next we have, oh, that's an easy one. 5. Where's the number 5 at? It's on the bottom too. Good job. Next we have, what's that? Can you guess? 4. Good job. The number 4's right there. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 eggs left. Okay, next we have 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. 8 tally marks. Where's it at? On the top. Next egg, 1, 2. Okay, where's it at? Top row, 2. Oh, look at that one. Whew. Okay, let's go. 5, 10, 11. Good job. The number 11 right there on the top. Okay, let's see. Well, we know that one. Hello, 1. Okay, and the last egg. Ooh, let's count by 5s again. And that one, when I count by 5s, that's a thing you're going to learn when you get a little older, but it's fun, okay? And it's a little shortcut to counting. 5, 10, 2 there, 5, 10, 12, because 10 plus 2 equals 12. And where's that last egg? Right there. Good job. So, with just some things that you probably already have laying around your house, an egg carton from the kitchen, and some plastic Easter eggs, and we just made a fun number counting game, just using things that you probably already have around your house. So, I hope you try this game out at home, and I hope you learned about the number 2 today, and I hope you do that stuff at your house as well. And with the close of my egg box, I am done. And I will see you next week at Penny's Number Nook. See you next time, boys and girls. Bye-bye.